Welcome to the fallout from the 300th YCS weekend. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out. More Oz content. Maze of Muertos is still kicking around in the graveyard. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. And my gosh, man, there are a lot of interesting reprints in this set. I actually appreciate seeing how good these are, and also all the Masked Hero stuff. Going to be entering in very, very cheap if you are a fan of wanting to pick this up. Also, Drawbread finally making its debut. We've seen how interesting that was as a tech choice. So discount code MCO40 save you on your purchase over here. Same thing with Gamer's Choice. Oh wow, the Gaze of Timaeus completely wiped out. Interesting. Looks like Dominus is doing their job, and I mean, this is good, right? Like, this is a card that if you want to play Modern Era Yu-Gi-Oh, you're going to need in some sort of capacity, because card's good. Swift Gaia helping out the Millennium users. Mask Change coming in at $10 if you like the alts. Voltic coming in $30 for the collector's rare. And Purges coming in at $15s. Save you on your purchase with the discount code MCO40. All right. So, Dracotail cards to start things off. We didn't really see a lot of crazy movements in this particular department. There were some other ones that went nuts. But 5 Menace coming in at 50s, which is good. Rahu's down to 48s, that's good. Frixel's at 45s. Shalos coming in at 41. Arthalions still 42s. Those are still cruise controlling. Malulu's still very cheap. 5 Mana collector's rares, kind of short on listings on those at 13. But all of this is still doing fine. $17 on Lucinas, but you're down to 20 listings on this. So the Dracotail stuff looking pretty cheap. All right, which is a good indicator of the market. Now, this is where the fun begins. Tri-Brigade Arms Moser Starlight Rares. Now remember, this is the piece that allowed you to drop down 2 Tri-Brigade cards, which was one of the direct culprits of getting Oath dumped down, which, I mean, this card is pretty strong for doing that. You just kind of, you know, got to navigate to make it, because it does have some harsh summoning conditions. But right now, 49, 50, 53, and then eventually you do hit the accelerator up to the $70 mark. And you can definitely tell that there have been people coming through here over the last little bit of time picking these up. Because once again, they saw Kamal's list, people lost their minds, and they're like, I really want to go play this. This looks very, very fun. And I do agree with you. I mean, this deck seems super strong. Marshmallow. So this is another good one. This one didn't actually see any decline, and you've still got secret rares on the market at $30, which is good. Starlight's still floating about $108. I know I'm lumping in things that haven't been bought out with things that have been bought out, because the things that you expect to get bought out, like the Marshmallow, I mean, this did have sales. I mean, we're not going to sit here and lie about that. But I mean, like, you still got 18 listings on the market. Eidos, this is one of our first buyouts. And this is great, actually. So, you have more Starlights on the market than Ultra Rares. Good job, market. I appreciate you guys some days. Alright, this card ended up, it topped a regional last weekend, which wasn't the direct correlation to it, but the thing that kicked it up was the fact that we went into Genesis this weekend, and guess what? It did very well in Genesis format. The card actually kind of took me by surprise, honestly. But $40 on Starlights, and once these 2 are gone, you're going to be spending about $10 a copy. It's kind of ridiculous to think about that if I want to build a deck that lets me build houses, then I'm going to have to spend this much money on things. Neroy's. So we did talk a little bit about the Neroy situation over the weekend, you know, where this card was going crazy. But I mean, like I mentioned in the video, I mean, Neroy in a lot of these lists is a one-of. You know, you don't have to spend insane amounts of money to get these. Right now, you have a light play Starlight for $100. You go up to 107. And right now, Ultras are kind of doing what you would expect. I mean, you have 28, 29, 31, and then, you know, you start to kind of accelerate up. But the problem here is 3, 3. You've only got 2 play sets on the market before, you know, things start to get a little bit dangerous. And you've already been seeing somebody spent 35, 35, 33. People are willing to spend the extra money right now to get the Neroys. This is just the meta situation that you found yourself in the current times. 7 Tachyons. This is another one to kind of keep an eye on, just kind of as the meta is developing. Remember, the OCG has 7 Tachyon limited to 1. Whatever we're doing with this card is so completely different than what their meta was able to do. Right now, $34 on Seeker Rares is not too terrible, but, you know, when you're getting over here into these collector's rares and you're spending 42s, it's really funny because you are so close to having these two sync up in value that it's freaking funny. And I love that. I'd rather just go buy the collector's rares at this point just to get the little bit of extra value for them. Radiant Typhoon cards. So Radiant Typhoon's kind of doing what you expected, right? You know, that maybe Crocea's not going to be the one getting bought out, but it comes down to the splash package stuff. You know, $100 on these, but also, you know, Chant Starlights, 65s. That's about in line with the market. 62s, and we're below market on those. The Storms, under market. And then Crocea's coming in still 40s. Phonics is still $20. But then you've got to start to worry about things like Swen and Chant. Chant's kind of getting low on listings, and Swen is still doing the same. But the thing is, both of these cards are the splashable level 3 package stuff. This is the cards that, you know, you kind of got to start to be a little bit wary of if you start to see these start to disappear off the market. So kind of keep an eye on these. I don't think they're going to go too crazy, but I've been wrong on the market before. Lucina, holy crap, man, this card got obliterated off of the market. First of all, this card is a beautiful card, but this once again proves to me that, oh, hey, you know, people are looking into, you know, some of this particular Elfnote stuff. And also, it did have a top. You know, whether or not it was a 1 of or a 2 of, you know, people are going to start crapping their pants and going to start picking these up. You just had 3 sell at 110 because somebody wanted to place it from the same seller. You know, 93s, 89s, 93s. This is it, people. And I mean, I want to be a little bit more optimistic. And I mean, Seeker Rares, I'm not going to say that these aren't doing anything in danger either, but 40 listings is, I mean, you kind of start to see a little bit of a decline, but there's still $23 a copy for this. So if you are kind of on the fence about building Elfnote stuff, it had 1 top. I don't know how it's going to functionally go from here, but I would keep an eye on this just to be safe. Oh boy, talk about oddballs. There's always going to be something in the old card department that's going to make me scratch my head and go, wow, you know, really? Tempest Magician is today's hot topic. This is $125 if you want a first edition copy of this. And I mean, to be fair, this is all the way back from Crossroads Chaos. I can't really blame this old card for being worth this much because, gosh darn it, I mean, this is just old. Now, I mean, what if we factor in light plays? All right, you can get an Italian light play for $50, but if not, you're spending $77 to get one of these. Isn't that so interesting? Talk about old cards. Fortune's Future. Really? There are no near mint first editions of this card on the market. That's freaking crazy. Actually, let's take off this first ed limiter here. You can get mod plays for like $4 to $5 all day long. And then eventually you do accelerate up, but there are no first edition near mints of these on the market. That's crazy. I mean, this is all back away from Sovar. To be fair, I don't really blame that. I mean, Stardust Overdrive and Crossroads of Chaos have aged so crazily at this stage. Like, it's actually kind of nuts. And also, this one's your fun fact of the day, too. On the Japanese side of things, evidently, some Super Nimble Mega Hamsters sold for the crazy price of $231 in Canadian. Now, think about that for a second. Just how much and how popular are these older formats to the OCG? Well, I mean, they're growing on people. This was $170 in USD. And I mean, this proves that older formats are taking off. They want these. They want these cards very badly. and it's not going to stop. So what do you guys think about today's market? Remember, discount code MCO40, save you on the purchase, and you guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.